The void of space had always been a realm of secrets and silence, but on that fateful day, it trembled with the stirrings of rebellion. For centuries, humanity had been shackled by cosmic forces, tyrannical regimes, predatory alien hunters, and oppressive overlords who sought to crush every spark of human ingenuity. Deep in the forgotten fringes of the galaxy, where legends and myth intertwined, a daring few dared to defy destiny. Among them was Captain Armin Idris, a man forged in hardship and lit by a burning desire for freedom. It was he who had dreamed of building a warship, one so powerful and defiant that it would shatter the chains of oppression and etch humanity's name across the stars. Armin's journey began on the ravaged world of Alicia, a once prosperous colony, now reduced to ruins by relentless raids and cruel subjugation. Every scar on the cracked earth and every shattered monument told a story of loss and betrayal. Yet amid despair, whispers of an ancient, forbidden design persisted, an almost mythical blueprint of a warship built not for conquest, but for defiance. In the dim light of a crumbling archive, Armin discovered fragmented schematics and cryptic inscriptions that spoke of a vessel capable of harnessing energy's lost time. With trembling hands and a resolute heart, he vowed that humanity would no longer cower in silence. Gathering a motley crew of renegades, brilliant engineers, battle-hardened ex-soldiers, and even a few repentant members of the oppressive alien elite, Armin set forth to realize the impossible. They scavenged remnants from derelict starships, salvaged ancient alien technologies, and pieced together a design that was as audacious as it was dangerous. Every rivet and every circuit of the vessel, which they named the Obsidian Dawn, pulsed with the raw intensity of their defiance. This was not merely a warship. It was the embodiment of a people's will to rise. The early days of construction were marked by peril and uncertainty. Hidden saboteurs and covert spies lurked in the shadows, sent by those who wished to see the rebellion snuffed out before it could ignite. Late one starlit night, as sparks flew from the shipyard and the sound of hammer on metal echoed across the barren plains of Alicia, Armin narrowly escaped an ambush orchestrated by an alien enforcer known as the Inquisitor. His heart pounded as he fought off masked figures under the covered darkness, and every blow he struck was a defiant cry against tyranny. Though wounded, his spirit remained unbroken, and with renewed determination, he redoubled his efforts to complete the Obsidian Dawn. As the warship began to take shape, word of its construction spread like wildfire through clandestine channels of the rebellion. Among those who heard the news was Lyra, a former strategist of the oppressive regime who had turned her back on a life of servitude. Scarred by guilt and loss, she spent years in exile, her brilliant mind hidden away from those who would exploit it. When she learned of the Forbidden Warship, she recognized it as the spark that could ignite a revolution, a symbol powerful enough to challenge the cosmic order itself. Reluctantly, Lyra joined Armin's cause, lending her keen intellect to optimize the design and fortify the vessel against the myriad dangers that loomed in the dark expanses of space. For months, the crew labored in secrecy, their work punctuated by moments of camaraderie and bitter conflict alike. Every setback, every act of sabotage only steeled their resolve. The Obsidian Dawn was not built solely with metal and technology. It was built with hope, sacrifice, and an unyielding belief in the righteousness of their defiance. As the final components were integrated, an eerie energy seemed to emanate from within the warship, a latent power drawn from the ancient relics that had once been forbidden to human hands. The relic, a pulsating orb of otherworldly energy, was a key that would unlock the full potential of the vessel. The day of reckoning arrived sooner than any had dared to hope. In a distant sector of the galaxy, where the oppressive armada of the Galactic Dominion had gathered to quell any sparks of rebellion, intelligence reported an imminent attack on a small human outpost. The time had come to test the Obsidian Dawn. With grim determination, Armin set a course for the beleaguered colony. The warship emerged from hyperspace like a dark comet, its hull shimmering with an ominous glow that spoke of forbidden power. As enemy cruisers and fighter pods converged on the outpost, the crew braced themselves for the onslaught. What followed was a symphony of chaos and defiance. Laser beams crisscrossed the vacuum of space, and explosions scattered debris like cosmic confetti. The Dominion ships, sleek and relentless, advanced with mechanical precision. Yet the Obsidian Dawn proved to be an enigma they had never anticipated. Its advanced energy shields deflected salvo after salvo of enemy fire, and its weapons, powered by the ancient relic, unleashed bursts of destructive force that shattered enemy formations. In the midst of the battle, Armin's eyes met those of a lone enemy vessel, a predatory craft piloted by a remorseless commander known as Vecker. Vecker had built his reputation on the ruthless subjugation of rebel worlds, and his gaze, cold and calculating, bore into Armin as if daring him to defy the inevitable. For hours, the two ships danced a deadly ballet amid the stars. Armin pushed the Obsidian Dawn to its limits, executing daring maneuvers that left the enemy reeling. Every moment was fraught with peril. One misstep could mean annihilation. Amid the turmoil, a sudden shift in the battle's momentum caught everyone off guard. A contingent of Dominion ships, emboldened by overconfidence, broke formation to pursue what they believed was an isolated fragment of the human fleet. In that brief window of chaos, the Obsidian Dawn surged forward, its engines roaring with celestial power. With a precision born of desperation, Armin ordered a full assault. Energy beams lanced through the enemy ranks, and explosions illuminated the void in brilliant, terrible bursts. In the heat of battle, an unexpected twist unfolded. As the Dominion flagship shuddered under the relentless barrage, a secondary vessel, hidden within the enemy's formation, revealed itself. It was a relic of an ancient war, a ship thought to be lost to legend, and its arrival disrupted the Dominion strategies. The sudden appearance of this ghost ship sent shockwaves through the enemy fleet, and for the first time in decades, the tide of the cosmic conflict wavered. Armin's heart surged with hope. This was the moment they had fought for, the moment when forbidden power defied oppressive order. Yet even as victory seemed within grasp, the battle took a dark and unexpected turn. Amid the chaos, the ghost ship locked onto the Obsidian Dawn with an energy beam of unknown origin. The relic at the heart of the warship began to pulse erratically, as if reacting to an unseen force. Alarms blared and the ship trembled under the strain. Armin fought to regain control, as his crew scrambled to stabilize the vessel. In those harrowing moments, every soul aboard the Obsidian Dawn faced the possibility of catastrophic failure. The cosmic energy, once a symbol of defiance, now threatened to consume everything. In a desperate bid to avert disaster, Lyra raced to the control console. Her fingers flew over the holographic interface as she attempted to recalibrate the ship's energy matrix. "Captain, the relic is overloading. We must vent the excess energy now," she shouted over the din of chaos. Armin's mind raced. If they did nothing, the overload could destroy the Obsidian Dawn and end their rebellion in an instant. With grim determination, he ordered the activation of the emergency dispersal system. A brilliant cascade of light erupted from the warship's core, and for a breathless moment, time itself seemed to suspend. When the light subsided, the relic's erratic pulses had ceased. The energy had been vented, but at a cost. The ship's power was diminished, and its once impenetrable shields now flickered uncertainly. The Dominion fleet, sensing vulnerability, surged forward once again. The battle raged anew, and the Obsidian Dawn, though battered and weakened, pressed on with renewed ferocity. In the ensuing hours, the Dominion's forces were gradually forced into retreat, their formations crumbling under the relentless onslaught. The ghost ship, its purpose fulfilled, faded back into legend as the remnants of the enemy dispersed into the darkness of space. In the aftermath of the battle, silence settled over the battlefield. The outpost, saved by the improbable intervention of the Obsidian Dawn, now stood as a beacon of hope amid the ruins of oppression. Yet the victory was bittersweet. The scars of battle ran deep, and every life lost weighed heavily on the hearts of the survivors. Armin walked the length of the battered deck, his eyes tracing the remnants of what had been a mighty vessel. He recalled the sacrifices made and the price that had been paid in the pursuit of cosmic defiance. The Forbidden Warship was a marvel of human ingenuity, but it was also a reminder of the precarious balance between power and responsibility. Over the following weeks, the rebellion gathered strength as news of the Obsidian Dawn's triumph spread throughout the galaxy. Liberated colonies, once cowed by fear, began to rise, and whispered legends of a warship that defied cosmic tyranny became the rallying cry for those yearning for freedom. In secret councils and hidden sanctuaries, leaders and visionaries debated the future of their fractured worlds. Some called for unbridled vengeance against the Dominion, while others, scarred by the ravages of war, pleaded for mercy and reconciliation. Amid this turmoil, Armin found himself burdened with an even greater responsibility than that of a military commander. He realized that their victory was not the end of the struggle, but merely the beginning of a long and arduous journey toward a more just and balanced galaxy. It was during this time of rebuilding that a new twist emerged. A delegation of mysterious envoys arrived from a distant star system. Clad in shimmering armor and speaking in a language that resonated with both ancient wisdom and futuristic clarity, these envoys claimed to represent an ancient order sworn to maintain cosmic balance. They spoke of prophecies and destinies intertwined, of a time when forbidden power would either herald a new era of unity or plunge the galaxy into eternal chaos. Their leader, a figure of quiet authority known simply as the Arbiter, requested an audience with Armin. In a tense meeting held in the quiet sanctum of the Warship's command center, the Arbiter explained that the relic powering the Obsidian Dawn was not merely a tool of war. It was a fragment of a long-forgotten cosmic energy that had the potential to reshape reality itself. He warned that if this power was misused, it could unravel the very fabric of existence. The revelation sparked a fierce internal debate among Armin's officers and advisors. Many argued that the power of the relic was a gift that must be harnessed at all costs to secure humanity's freedom, while others cautioned that such unbridled power came with insurmountable risks. Armin listened intently as voices clashed and ideals collided. Ultimately, he made a solemn vow. The Forbidden Warship and the power it wielded would be used not for mindless destruction, but as a force for cosmic defiance, a means to challenge oppression while safeguarding the delicate balance of the universe. In the weeks that followed, as the rebellion consolidated its gains and new alliances were forged among liberated worlds, the Obsidian Dawn underwent subtle transformations. Its once volatile energy core was stabilized by incorporating ancient techniques shared by the Arbiter's delegation. The warship's design, already a masterpiece of scavenged technology and human resolve, now bore the mark of cosmic wisdom, a symbol that defiance and responsibility could coexist. Yet, even as the ship evolved into a beacon of hope, shadows of doubt lingered. The memory of the near-catastrophic overload haunted Armin's dreams, a reminder that every victory was tempered by the constant risk of hubris and ruin. Then one fateful day, as the rebellion's influence spread to every corner of the galaxy, a new threat emerged. A massive Dominion fleet, long thought to be in disarray after their recent defeat, began to mobilize for a final, decisive assault. The enemy, sensing weakness in the evolving cosmic order, sought to crush the spark of rebellion once and for all. Reports flooded in of entire colonies falling back into subjugation, of once proud worlds trembling under the weight of renewed tyranny. The call to arms was clear. The Obsidian Dawn would have to lead a desperate stand against overwhelming odds. Armin gathered his closest commanders in the warship's battle chamber, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow of holographic star maps and tactical grids. "Our fight has always been about more than survival," he declared, his voice steady despite the tumult of uncertainty. "It is about defying a destiny that would see us bow before oppression. Today, we fight not only for our freedom, but for the future of every sentient being in this galaxy." The room fell silent as each officer absorbed the gravity of his words. They knew that this battle would be the crucible in which the fate of humanity, and perhaps the entire cosmos, would be decided. The ensuing conflict was a maelstrom of chaos and valor. The Dominion's armada, vast and relentless, advanced with brutal efficiency, its ships launching coordinated barges of plasma and missile fire. The Obsidian Dawn, though battered and scarred from previous engagements, surged forward like a dark star, its celestial-infused systems humming with newfound energy. Armin's hands flew over controls as he guided the warship through a labyrinth of enemy fire, executing daring maneuvers that defied conventional tactics. Every pulse of the ship's engines, every burst from its weapons, was a testament to the rebellion's unyielding will. Amid the swirling vortex of combat, a pivotal moment arrived. In the heart of the enemy formation, as explosions rocked the void and debris swirled like ghostly specters, Armin found himself face to face with the Dominion's supreme commander, a towering figure encased in battle armor and wielding a weapon of unimaginable power. Their eyes met across the void, and in that instant, the fate of countless worlds hung in the balance. The commander sneered. "You dare defy the cosmic order? You are nothing but a speck of dust before the might of destiny." Armin's reply was a silent vow of resistance, his determination unbroken even in the face of overwhelming power. The duel that followed was as much a clash of ideologies as it was of firepower. The Dominion commander unleashed torrents of energy, each volley a demonstration of the oppressive regime's ruthlessness. Yet Armin countered with precision and ingenuity, his every action reflecting the indomitable spirit of a people who had endured unspeakable suffering. As the two forces collided in a cataclysmic storm of light and shadow, it became clear that victory would come at a staggering cost. With one final, desperate maneuver, Armin activated the Obsidian Dawn's hidden contingency, a risky protocol designed to concentrate the relic's forbidden energy into one all-consuming burst. In a blinding flash that illuminated the battlefield like the birth of a star, the Dominion flagship was shattered, its power reduced to cosmic dust. The battle slowly ebbed, and as silence reclaimed the starry expanse, the cost of Defiance was laid bare. The Obsidian Dawn, though victorious, bore the scars of conflict that had pushed it to the brink. In the aftermath, as survivors from liberated worlds began to gather and the Dominion's retreat was confirmed, Captain Armin Idris stood on the bridge, his eyes reflecting the weight of every sacrifice made. The Forbidden Warship had rewritten history, but its triumph was tinged with the bittersweet knowledge that every act of rebellion carried with it a heavy burden. In the quiet days that followed, as the galaxy embarked on a tentative journey toward healing and renewal, Armin dedicated himself to ensuring that the lessons of war were not forgotten. He visited ravaged colonies, listened to the anguished stories of those who had lost everything, and vowed to build a future where the flames of oppression would never again be allowed to scorch the hearts of the free. The Obsidian Dawn, once a vessel of raw defiance, now became a symbol of cautious hope, a reminder that even the most forbidden powers, when tempered by wisdom and mercy, could pave the way for a new cosmic order. Yet, in the recesses of the universe, whispers of further challenges stirred. The Dominion, though defeated on that fateful day, was not entirely vanquished. Scattered forces regrouped in secret, and rumors of a deeper, more insidious enemy began to surface, an ancient power that had long slumbered in the void and now awakened, its intentions shrouded in mystery. The Arbiter's delegation had hinted at such a force, warning that the balance of the cosmos was delicate and that the use of forbidden power might have unforeseen consequences. Armin, ever vigilant, knew that the victory of the Obsidian Dawn was merely a chapter in a much larger saga, a saga that would demand further courage, sacrifice, and perhaps the forging of unlikely alliances. In the twilight of that era, as new stars were born and old ones faded into legend, Captain Armin Idris prepared to pass on his legacy. He recorded his memoirs, not merely as a chronicle of battles fought and won, but as a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit, a reminder that defiance, when kindled by hope and tempered by mercy, could illuminate even the darkest corners of the cosmos. His words resonated across the galaxy, inspiring a generation of rebels and visionaries to rise against tyranny and to build a future defined not by oppression, but by unity and compassion. As the Obsidian Dawn sailed on through the endless night, its hull bearing the scars of cosmic defiance and its engines humming with the forbidden energy of ancient relics, the story of its journey became a beacon for all who dared to dream of freedom. It was a tale of struggle and sacrifice, of battles won at great cost, and of the unyielding determination of a people who refused to be crushed by the weight of destiny. And so, in that vast, star-strewn expanse, the Forbidden Warship and its indomitable captain forged a legacy that would echo through the ages, a legacy of cosmic defiance and the eternal hope that no force in the universe could ever extinguish.